I'm John the Builder, and welcome to my world. Hi, I'm John the Builder, and today we're going to talk about exterior trim around the windows. Now, this particular owner had windows put in a while ago. Nice windows, good windows, Marvin windows, but they didn't go for the trim around the outside, so the shingles were just put right up to the edge of the windows. We're doing the exterior trim on the windows, and to do the exterior trim on the windows, we're going to do it in wood, and we're going to make it look very traditional, just like the house should look. And the owner's going to have to paint this trim, but this is not one of those maintenance-free homes, so he wants it to look nice, and it will look nice. Some of the materials we're going to be using, though, are wood frames around the outside, a rain lip along the top, but on the bottom for the window sill, we're going to use a PVC material, which is a plastic material, polyvinyl chloride, which will never rot, which will never go bad, and it's white to begin with, and paintable if you want to paint it. This is wood shingles. This is not aluminum siding or anything else. This is wood shingles that she has on the house, cedar shingles. And in order to get it right, we have to measure first the size of the sill, the size of the frame we want to do on the outside and on the top. Then we take a level and we make the marks at the size where we want around the window. So we have a square frame around the window of pencil. We take the saw and we cut these lines with a regular circular saw because it's the quickest, easiest way to do it. We cut twice. We cut a 1/2 inch first, and then we see how much deeper we got to go, and we cut again because we really don't want to cut the sheathing and avoid cutting the substrate as much as we can. The corners have to be squared perfect, and in order to do that, we use a special tool called the fine tool. And that's a tool that can cut straight into a piece of wood without wavering either side. We make all the cuts, and then we remove the shingle very carefully. And underneath that shingle, there'll be some nails. Some of them will be cut in half, some of them will be whole. We'll have to remove those nails carefully with a nail puller. Once everything's cleaned up and it's all clean all the way around, we will take a bead of caulking against the shingle all the way around and against the window all the way around. And while the caulking is still pliable and fresh within the next 20 minutes, we will install the wood and squish it into the caulking. This will give it a waterproofing on all the seams. In addition to that, we'll caulk it again on top. We'll then sand all the seams and give it a rough sanding over the whole thing, over the top, just to clean it up a little so when you paint it, it looks like one frame around the whole thing. This is a piece of PVC or polyvinyl chloride trim. This is a sill. Now this would be considered a traditional sill. This is the part that goes up against the wall. This is the part that goes under the windowsill. This makes sure the water drains downward. Now what's interesting about this piece is this cut right here in the bottom is a rain channel. And the reason for that is when you're inside relaxing and the rain is pouring down outside, it's pouring down the front of your window, it's going across here, it's going down here, and then it actually goes around and it'll go in the house. But because this cut is here, the water will go that far and drip straight off. And this cut is away from the siding. So the water can't get into the house under here. If you just make a sill out of wood and put it on, you need to have this cut in the bottom to stop the flow of water from going towards the house and make it go down to the ground. That's how you trim a window on the outside. In this particular case, it's a wood window. The owner still has to come out and paint it. We did put a plastic sill on there because that's the piece that always rots first, and it's a traditional looking sill, so it doesn't look like plastic and it doesn't look like vinyl. But it really is going to hold up very, very well. If you have any questions for me, you can go to askjohnthebuilder.com, email me, and if it's a good question, maybe we'll do a segment on it.